What is up, everybody? I'm Jared. I'll be going over my core four of MLB picks for PrizePicks today. If you're new here, make sure to hit like and subscribe. That way we know that you're following along with the picks. Also helps you to get notified when these shows are posted. We do them just about every single day. And if you're not currently playing on PrizePicks and you want to give it a try, if you sign up there using promo code WINDAILY, that'll get you a 100% deposit match up to $100. We'll also go ahead and throw in a free 60-day trial period of Win Daily Gold. Get you access to all of our daily articles. Also get you access to our Discord where we're constantly talking about different plays for PrizePicks DFS. So go ahead and sign up there today using promo code WINDAILY. So if we do a recap of yesterday, overall, we went 2-2 with our core four. The Mets ended up scoring a run in the first inning, so that kind of put us behind the eight ball pretty early. Manny Machado hit his number. Carlos Correa hit his number. And then Austin Riley struggled yesterday against Braxton Garrett. Maybe this Braxton Garrett kid is a really good pitcher. But today's a new day. We'll look to go 4-0 today. So let's go ahead and jump in. I will go ahead and share the PrizePicks website. The first one that we are going to go with today is going to be Corey Seeger of the Texas Rangers, and we're going to go with his total bases of 1.5. Really love this spot overall for the Rangers tonight. There's Corey. Really love the spot for the Rangers tonight. They got a really nice matchup with James Kaprielian. Kaprielian has been getting extremely lucky. He's pitched to a 2.11 ERA over the last month. His xFIP is more than 2.5 runs higher. Sometimes you have to take that delta with a grain of salt, but in Cap's case, there's definitely going to be some regression. He just gives up so much contact. He has a nearly 80% contact rate, and nearly 40% of the contact that he gives up is considered hard hit. He also gives up a ton of fly balls. At some point, those balls are going to leave the park. They're going to find spots in the gap. It's going to be tonight against a very good Rangers lineup. I'm going to be loading up on them in both PrizePicks and DFS tonight. I would hope that all of you would too. I'm going to load up on him with Corey Seager tonight. Corey Seager is probably the hottest hitter on the Rangers tonight. He does have hits in 5 of his last 6 games and has multiple bases in all but one of those games. He only has 6 plate appearances against Cap, but he is hitting 400 against him with 1 homer. This is just a great spot for him tonight and his teammates. I would suggest loading up on Marcus Semien and also Adolis Garcia. Just not much out there for both of those guys right now on PrizePicks, but I do love this spot for Corey Seager. So we're going to hammer the over on his 1.5 total bases. The next one that we're going to go with is going to be Anthony Santander of the Baltimore Orioles. Let's go ahead and pull him up. There we go. 6.5 for their fantasy score. The Orioles also get a nice matchup against Yusei Kikuchi tonight. I don't think Kikuchi's a very good pitcher. I think he's trash. I think he gets lucky at times. And if you look at 2 of his worst outings this year, they've been against the same Orioles team. This is a pretty scrappy Orioles lineup. I plan on using them quite heavily today on PrizePicks and DFS. And one of those main guys I'm going to be using tonight is Santander. I'd much prefer using him as a lefty or as a righty against a lefty than I do as a righty against or as a lefty against a righty. He has significantly higher power as a righty. His average is also significantly higher. He's hitting 293 against lefties this year, and he also has a slugging percentage over 500 against lefties this year. So he's got a lot more power, much more consistent hitter as a righty. That slugging percentage over 500. I mean, really, once you're getting over 450, that's when you know you're getting into a lot of power, and he's over 500. So great spot for him. He has homered against Kikuchi in the past. I think he does it again today. Our model has him at 9. So there's definitely some value with that 6.5 for their fantasy score. So we're going to go with the over on the 6.5 for their fantasy score for Anthony Santander. The next one that we're going to go with is going to be a pitches thrown. And I'm going to go with Noah Syndergaard. Syndergaard has a very clear pattern this season. Ever since May, every time that he's thrown at least 90 pitches in a game, he's been significantly lower in the next game. He threw 95 pitches in his last game, so I expect that trend to continue. This was one of the Phillies' big acquisitions at the trade deadline, and they're going to absolutely baby his pitches and his innings if they want to have him around come playoff time, because he really hasn't pitched a whole lot over the last couple of years because of Tommy John surgery. He also gets a pretty tough matchup against the Reds. The Reds are a scrappy lineup too. Yes, they traded Tommy Pham. Yes, they traded Brandon Drury, but they still have some bats in this lineup that can do some damage against Syndergaard. Syndergaard's a very different pitcher post Tommy John series than he was before. He's no longer overpowering hitters, and I think he can have some challenges with this lineup tonight. So with that, we're going to go with the under on his 92.5 pitches thrown tonight. I don't think he gets anywhere near it. I think he more sniffs around 80 pitches tonight. The last one that we are going to go with is going to be a strikeout, and we're going to go with Carlos Carrasco of the New York Mets. He gets a matchup against the Braves tonight. Yes, the Braves can score a ton of runs, but one thing that they also do is they also strike out a whole lot. The projected lineup that he's supposed to face tonight has a 29% strikeout rate against righties. That also includes Ronald Acuna, who has just a 20% strikeout rate. So the rest of this lineup strikes out a ton. If Acuna misses the game today with that sore knee that he has, it's going to be even more strikeout potential for Carrasco tonight. Carrasco's coming into this one pitching really well. Over the last month, he has an ERA under 2, and he's also hit at least 6 Ks in 4 of his last 5 games, with one of those games being against the same Braves team. This is going to be a low-scoring affair. We have 2 very good teams, and I think Carrasco edges out the 5.5 strikeouts tonight. I have him over 6 strikeouts tonight. So really like this number today. So we're going to go with the over. So if we do a recap of what our core 4 is today, we're going to go with the over on the 1.5 total bases for Corey Seager. We're going to go with the over on the 6.5 hitter fantasy score for Anthony Santander. We're going to go with the under on the 92.5 pitches thrown for Noah Syndergaard. And we're going to go with the over on the 5.5 strikeouts for Carlos Carrasco. So that's our core 4 today. If you end up using them, make sure to hit like and subscribe. That way we know that you're following along with the picks. Also, if you have any questions about your own picks, always feel free to drop some notes in the comments. Always happy to answer any questions that you may have. That said, good luck today, everybody, and let's go 4-0.